Hi, I'm David Ezekiel, transitional pastor for the First Federated Church of Peoria. Welcome to our midweek moment. We live in a get-it-done yesterday kind of world, yet you need to slow down and take time so that you do not compromise your values. Allow me to explain. When people compromise on their values, thoughtlessly committing an immoral act or foregoing personal fulfillment in their career or personal lives because of social pressure, we usually see it as an indication of lack of character. Sometimes, however, the cause may be more benign, the lack of time. Acting swiftly can certainly be beneficial, even necessary. But in our modern world, we've accelerated the pace of life to an unhealthy extreme, forgetting that sometimes slower is better. When we don't take the time to think about our actions or deliberate over the choices that we're taking, we react to the most immediate and salient source of influence. As a result, we often find in retrospect that we have reacted to social pressures instead of acting in accordance with our core values. One of the most effective ways to enhance the likelihood that we will act in accordance with our core values, a key element in living the life we really want to be living, is to slow down and think about what we are really doing and about the implications of our actions. Allow me to illustrate. John Darley and Daniel Batson, two psychologists from Princeton University, designed an experiment that resembled the biblical parable of the Good Samaritan. Darley and Batson randomly divided the participants, all Princeton Seminary students, by the way. They divided them into two groups. The first group was asked to prepare a sermon on the Good Samaritan parable. The second group was asked to prepare a talk on another biblical topic. All students received their instructions in one building and were then asked to walk over to another building where an audience was waiting to hear their sermon. Before they were sent to give their talk, half of the seminarians were told, "Oh, it'll be a few more minutes before they're ready for you, but you might as well head on over." The rest of the students were told, "Oh, you're late. They were expecting you a few minutes ago. You'd better hurry." On their way to give their presentations, each student encountered a person who was bent over and appeared to be in pain, feigning sickness and distress. The students had no idea that the person was really an actor and that they were participating in an experiment. The outcome was that about 2/3 of those who were told they had time stopped to help the person in distress, whereas only 1/10 of those who thought they were late stopped and helped. These results were not affected by whether their sermon was on the Good Samaritan or by how devout they were, which was separately measured by the researchers. When the seminarians were later debriefed about the experiment, they were horrified by their own behavior that did not reflect their core beliefs. It was the pressure they felt, that they had no time, that they had obligations that took precedence over everything else, that led them to behave as they did. Even in our fast-paced world, take your time to think so that you can make better choices. Choices that are in line with your core values. You know, Thoreau was right. Life really is too short to be in a hurry. I'm David Ezekiel. Thank you for spending this time with me in the middle of the week.